I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. I grew up in Milwaukee, in the hood, where making it out was never promised. I've been through betrayal, pain, and times where I almost lost everything, including my life. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. This channel is about real stories, raw lessons, and surviving what most people don't even talk about. If you from the struggle or even want the truth, you in the right place. This is my story, and it's just getting started. What's up, YouTube? What's up with y'all today, man? Happy Easter to those that celebrate Easter, and happy holidays to people that don't. You know, if you're celebrating with your family, enjoying your day-to-day, man, have fun. I appreciate it. I decided to get online today, to come up with a quick story just for you guys, to enjoy on this Easter. This story mainly is going to be about the time that I had a fight with my homie when I was up in the juvenile penitentiary. I told y'all about the different prison systems in Wisconsin, and they had two juvenile facilities. One was Ethan Allen's School for Boys, and the next one was Lincoln Hills School for Boys and Girls. So Lincoln Hills was co-ed. They had girls and they had boys in there. I've never been to Lincoln Hills, so I can't really describe to y'all what Lincoln Hills was like or how it is, because I don't know about Lincoln Hills. So they sent me, I end up getting sentenced to the boys' home for that store situation that I told y'all a story about. If y'all didn't see the story, please go back, subscribe, go back and watch my videos. Y'all can see the story about the time, where T and a couple of guys told on me, and they end up keeping me as a juvenile. I end up getting 2 years, getting sentenced to, I end up going to Ethan Allen School for Boys. DT, we call it DT. That's like a juvenile detention center up in Wisconsin. DT was terrible, man. Couldn't wait to get up out of there. You get up in the morning, locked down all day. You probably got you about an hour or two recreation, and then you lock down all day again. That was just getting you used to being incarcerated. Being a juvenile, that's getting you used to being incarcerated. Once I got sentenced, they came. I think I stayed in the juvenile detention center for probably like a week. Then they came and got me, and they transported us on the bus like you going to regular prison. So those that been to prison understand that bus that they transport you on. So they transported us on the bus. We pull up to the center. We pull up to the juvenile prison. When you pull up, all you see is barbed wires across the whole thing. We drive through the gate, boom, the first gate. Those that been to prison like this understand what I'm talking about. You drive through the first gate, they get to look it up under the bus, making sure that ain't nothing up under the bus, nothing like that. Ain't nobody trying to hide, things like that. Then when they finish with that, we drive through the next gate. When we drive through the next gate, they let us off. We go through the cough, drop. When we all get off the bus, we go through the cough, drop, everything like that. They walk us down. Now we had on when you look around the institution, when you get through the second gate, but you can see it as you pull up. It looked like a college campus, man. You see a lot of people walking the yard, walking around like they're going to the main building and things like that. But it's like a college campus. We had different buildings with different names. Some of the buildings' names, we had Andrews. Andrews was like the intake unit where everybody that was new, they had to go to Andrews first to get classified. We also had Drapers, we had Bruce, we had Drapers was the gang cottage. Bruce was more for like the older people that had life, probably finna go to the adult penitentiary and things like that. We had Stout. Stout was for more of like the sex offenders, people that had sex cases, things like that. We had Juno. Juno was like more for like the alcoholics, if you got any drug treatment, stuff like that. We had Marquette. Marquette was like the people that got in to get to like the boot camp crew, things like that. So you'll be in Marquette. So after I got classified, I was, like I told y'all, I joined the gang at the age of probably like 14, 15. And I got classified. They sent me directly to the gang unit. Now, the gang unit, when I say the gang unit used to go down, I'm talking about it was fights every single day, you know. On this particular day that I was finna, on this particular day that I had to fight with my guy up in there, though, the day before, I know we was playing spades, gambling, playing poker. That's what we was playing, poker. We was gambling. I think I won like $50 from him. Now, me and my celly name was Crisscross, man. If you get this, man, Crisscross, man, I definitely want to get in touch with you. But me and my celly Crisscross, man, our room used to stay buffed up. They used to let you buff your rooms or buff the floors, and we used to definitely wax out. You could look at our floor, it looked like a mirror on our floor, man. You know, and then up there, you could buy canteen. You could buy cases of sodas, like 24 cases of sodas at one time, 24 sodas at one time. They allowed us to buy pieces that you got to put into the kitchen that's on the unit. That we'll put them in a kitchen refrigerator with our name on them, everything like that. Now, on this particular day, like a day before me and my guy got into it, like a week before me and my guy got into it, we was gambling. He ended up, I think he owed me like $50. So the week canteen come around. Everybody get their canteen. I get my canteen. Everybody get their canteen. Now, in the juvenile facilities, they had like brown doors. So when you lock in, the doors don't automatically lock. The guard got to come around with the key and just turn your lock to lock you in your room. They turn your lock you in your room, everything like that. But a lot of people, you know, put something in jimmy their door, so if they do come and turn, the door don't lock. So we end up doing this that day because I wanted to make sure that I got my stuff from my guy. So I'm like, all right, bro. So they come, they pass out the canteen. We all got our canteen. We jimmy our door. His door already jimmy. So the guards do their rounds. Once they jimmy, they go down to the other hall. When they get to the other hall, I'm telling my guy, all right, come on, man, throw it up in here. He hesitate. No, he ain't trying to throw it up in here. He keep looking out the door, putting his head back in. So, man, the guard might catch me. I said, man, the guard ain't gonna catch you. Just throw the stuff up in here, man. Throw the stuff up in here. Then he like, no, the guard might catch me. I said, man, throw the stuff up in here, man. So now you can kind of see that it's something going on. Like he don't want to go on and run down and just give me the bag so I can have the stuff in my room. He playing games. So I'm like, man, what's going on? You gonna give me the stuff or what? He like, man, the guard, man. And then he on lockdown. So certain people get on lockdown. If you do something on the unit, they'll put you on like level 1 lockdown or something where you got to stay in your room 24 hours a day. You eat in your room. The only time they have to come and let you out to go to the main bathroom, and then you go right back to your room. So he on level 1 lockdown. So I'm like, man, you know, his door open because he had a celly. So I'm like, man, go on and run me my stuff. While the guard on the other end, before they come back and get the lock in the door. So he playing. I'm like, all right, dog, if you don't run me my stuff right now, I'm finna run up in your room. So he like, man, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that, Rib, man? I told you I'm gonna. I said, dog, I need my stuff now. He like, man, I got you. I'm just waiting on the guard. I got you. I'm like, no. Move back. I'm finna come up in your room. Move back. I'm telling him to move back. He about, like, I'm at the end room. So he in the middle of the hall. We got about, if you look at it, I think it's about 40 doors in one hall. So he in the middle of the hall. I'm all the way at the end. So I'm telling him, move back. So I could run up in the room and we could get it on if he ain't gonna pay me my stuff. So he like, whatever, come on, man, come on, let's do it. So I'm like, all right. So I get to running down there. When I run down there, he's standing in front of the doorway where I can't come into the room. So he like blocking the door so I can't get in the room. I'm like, back up, back up. He don't want to back up, so I run back down to the room. I'm looking down, looking at the guard, making sure I'm telling my guys to make sure the guard ain't coming. Make sure the guard ain't coming. But he constantly acting like he don't want to bag up. So I'm like, all right, I know what I'm going to do the next time when I run down there. I'm just going to push him in the room, and then we're going to get it in. So, he like, man, what you want to do? What you want to do? I ain't paying you shit now. I ain't paying you shit. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I'm looking. About 5 minutes. So she all the way at the guard, all the way at the end. You can see her through the booth because there's a guard booth in the middle of the day room. Like when you look down the hall, you can see just the guard booth, and then you can see the other hallway where all the other people is at. So she all the way at the end. So as I see her all the way at the end, I take off running. I push him up in the room. Boom! I get to, at this time, Tyson was my man. I dug down. I'm hitting rib shot. Boom, 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 giving him rib shots. As I'm giving him rib shots, he ball up on the bed. All right. I said, no, ain't no all right. Get up. Put your hands up. Put them up. He like, no, it's over. So I grab his whole bag. Now, when I grab his whole bag, I walk out the room, go throw the bag up into my room. When I go throw the bag up into my room, he like, bro, you gonna just take all my canteen? You gonna take all my canteen? I said, all this mine now, nigga. All this mine. You ain't want to give me nothing. All of it's mine, man. All of it's mine. So, make a long story short, after I do that, everything blow over. He like, man, it's all good, man. I said, yeah, don't never try to do me like that. Don't play no games with me. One thing you don't do, and this for anybody, that's just a real quick story I want to tell y'all. This for anybody, man. Anybody in the prison systems, whether you juveniles, a couple of things that I learned in juveniles. You don't play with people money. You don't play games. I learned this in juvenile. I'm going to tell you the story about one of the guys walking past the door and did this. Playing. And end up getting his head bust with a lock and a sock. You don't play games like you're going to kill people. They don't play that. You don't put your hand over nobody's food. You don't threaten nobody and then turn your back on them and forget about what you done said. It's just two different worlds, man. And that's one of the couple of things that I learned when I first went to the penitentiary, especially being in juvenile, man. Gladiator school. But yeah, man, you know, after that, me and what was his name, man? I forget the young man's name, but me and homie got cool again, man. It was all good after that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We were still on the same unit. We didn't go to the home or nothing like that, but I did give him one. I definitely gave him one, man. You know what I'm saying? And after that, man, I really didn't even have no problems with nobody paying me. And now you got to definitely stand on what you stand on. That was like the first time he up in there, gang unit. You know, they going to definitely want to test you, man. That's something you got to understand when anytime you going to prison or any kind of jail cell, that regardless of who you is, be ready to be tested. Because if they think you weak, you're going to get tested. If they think you powerful, you're going to get tested by somebody that want to try to outshine you. You know what I'm saying? Whichever way you get on there, if you be quiet, they going to want to test you just to hear you talk, to see who you is. Because people want to know who they dealing with. They don't like to be around people they don't know. So with that in mind, man, please, y'all, subscribe to the channel, share, like, comment. Man, I appreciate y'all. Thanks.